So a very good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cowdrey Park for the British Open Polo Championship for the Cowdrey Gold Cup. We are live streaming across the world today for the opening match of this British Open Gold Cup tournament, and we are here live on pitch side for the crowds that are gathering on this fine summer's day. My name is Carlo De Martinez. Joining me, commentating, my wingman, John Kent. John, how are you? Welcome. What a great day. Summer is finally here.
Thank you, Carl. What a day, and what an opening day as well of fixtures. We have Talandracas and Desert Farm out there warming up, Carl. This one is top weather, and it's going.
And what a day to kick off with. What a match to kick off this British Open tournament. It's wide open. There are 18 teams. 18 teams entered. That is magnificent entry for high goal here in England. 19 in the Queen's Cup. And one of these winners of the Queen's Cup, Talandracas, fresh off the Cartier Queen's Cup at Guards, are here opening up this tournament. But there are a lot of newcomers to the lineups. There's a lot of new teams joining the Gold Cup this year, so competition is fierce, John.
Competition is fierce, but Talandracas, they have laid down a marker after that Queen's Cup victory. What a performance that was a couple of Sundays ago back at Windsor, and really excited to see how Rocci Torgatar, what an impact he's had on this Talandracas side coming into the British Open this year.
Very much so, and Polito Pierres winning back-to-back, last year winning the Queen's Cup with Mora Sanctus, and then this year taking the Queen's Cup second year on the trot. He's won it before that as well. The man is playing brilliantly alongside Alejandro Muccio. For me, thought he played absolute great Queen's Cup tournament. Be really interesting to see how Talandracas open up their first match. It's a long tournament, each team playing 4 league qualifying matches before we move to the quarters, semis and final. And Desert Palm Polo, we have 2 organizations from Dubai. We have Desert Palm Polo team and we have the Dubai team. John, let's start with the lineups.
Yeah, so warm welcome, like we said as well, to all of those joining us on Polo Line TV who are watching online every game exclusively here with us at Cowdrey. So the 2 lineups, Talandracas, they line up as they were in that Queen's Cup final. Yuka Minyak, he plays at number 1 of 0 goals. It's Rocci Torgatar at number 2 of 5 goals. What a Queen's Cup, what an impact he had. And then those 2 long-time pros, they played together so many times. Polito Pierres, of course, the 10-goal player, and Alejandro Muccio, the 7-goal player. What a double act they were. And Desert Palm, they come this year, Carl.
Yeah, Desert Palm, 2 organisations, Dubai, Desert Palm. Kicking off, it's Tarek Al-Bawadi of 0 goals at number 1. We've got Rufino Laule of 4 goals at number 2. We've got Matias Torres Zavaleta, the number 3, off an 8-goal handicap. And at the back, it is one of the Castagnola brothers, Barto Castagnola, off 9 goals in the number 4 position. So, a strong opening match to kick off a very exciting British Open. And another match this afternoon where we're going to see even more expert players and horses out there with the 2 La Dauphine organisations clashing. What a great day of polo.
What a great day. Really excited to see Adolfo playing against Perotto. That game at 3 o'clock, that one as well, will be with us on Polo Line TV as we move to Lawns Ground number 2 on the ground. But yeah, this Desert Palm side, as we have a look at the umpires as well, Tim Bowen and Ben Turner are the 2 umpires. Jason Dixon, the 3rd man in the stand. But we're saying this Desert Palm side, they do bring back the MVP from last year's final. Barto Castagnola, really excited to see how he fits into this side this year. Very much so. Last year there was a mix where he has changed this year. He's moved over. He was in UAE, wasn't he? The UAE team. And they took the win of the Gold Cup final last year. Just in the last few moments, young Luke in Monteverde, having that great goal. You can follow us if you're watching on Cowdrey TV at Polo Line OK, and you can follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook Polo Line INT, and YouTube Polo Line TV. Oh, a warm welcome to you all. It's great to see so many cars here at Cowdrey, John, isn't it? The sun is shining. Summer is definitely finally here. Hopefully it'll last a few weeks and give us some good grounds to play on, but it's the longevity of this tournament that's a real test for the Gold Cup for the British Open. Not only have a lot of these teams just played a very hard Queen's Cup,
but also there are playing other leagues as well, different levels. And then the investment in horses, the organisation needing to then compete in something so big as the British Open. It's such a test, and what a great way to open. So the players are out on the field, just warming up, and we will have a look at horses. So let's kick off with Talandracas. Hugues Carmenac is on Compota. Rossi Torregatar is on Homiga in this first chukker. Polito Pierres comes out on Brosia, and Alejandro Musio comes on Makuba. They are the first chukker horses that we have on the list.
So as we have a look at the horses as well coming out for Desert Palm. Tariq Abwadi, great to have him back playing here this year. He starts on Maradona. Rufino Laulé, he is on Bandolera. Barto Castagnola, always superbly mounted on Bombay. And Matias Torres Zavaleta, he is playing on Master in this opening chukker. 6 chukkers, of course, in this game. A warm welcome at the ground today to first-time viewers of a sport. We will take you through the game as we go over basics to remember. A game, it consists at this level of 6 chukkers. Each chukker will last 7 minutes before you hear a buzzer. There'll be a 30-second warning before it comes to an end. The golden rule, Carl, is to get that ball about the size of a hockey ball in between the 2 sets of yellow posts at either end. No height limit, no speed limit. And after every goal is scored, ends will change. You will see the players come back to the middle and they will head off in the opposite direction. We will take you through, though, those rules as we go. We love having newcomers to the sport here today, and you're here watching the very top level in the world here.
Very much so, and what an opening. Lawns 1 here at Cowdrey, such an iconic location. Where else would you want to be today? Watching some high goal polo, and high goal in the UK at the moment is on fire. 19 teams in the Queen's Cup, 18 entered in the Gold Cup, and we open with 2 of the strongest teams in the draw. Let's talk about the leagues, actually. League A, League B, Group C and Group D. That's how we drew all of these teams. There was 5 teams in League A, 5 teams in League B, and then 4 teams in Group C and 4 teams in Group D. League A and League B, they will play within their league. They will play each other. And Group C and Group D, they will play across the groups. They will all play 4 qualifying matches. And then we'll see where we are for quarters, semis, and finals. So this is a League B. We have Talandracas versus Desert Palm Polo team. And then we will have later on this afternoon at 3 o'clock League A. That's the 2 La Dolfina organizations. La Dolfina Great Oaks versus La Dolfina Murus Sanctus. So horses are ready. Some nerves, I'm sure, going through the Talandracas. They've got to get a good win under their belt. They were flying through the Queen's Cup and a very close final. So the pressure's set for them, coming off the back of such a big win. All eyes are on the pink shirts, but then all eyes are always on the green shirts as Dubai or Desert Palm Polo, big organization together. They've won it 5 times, Dubai, and Desert Palm obviously running out a second team today. So here we go. Ball is ready, umpires are ready. And for those of you on the live stream, enjoy this match. Here we go.
So straight away then it is the winners of the Queen's Cup, and Polito Pierres, who got that winning goal, looking to get us away here for Talandracas, being pushed hard there by Castagnola. Big shot up towards the goal by Pierres, but it's just going to go wide to the right-hand side. But an early chance there, Carl, for Polito Pierres to show us just what he can do. Yeah,
it's a great start. I think that Polito, obviously not messing around, wants to open it up, wants to get a little bit of stretch there just to get the horses going a little bit in this first chukker. And why not? Why not take it? He's got it. Let's go for a run. So they redress, they regroup, and now it is Desert Palm bringing in this ball. Nice little open to Barto Castagnola. Iconic white hat with the green rim. Now watch the other players going up for the pass. We've got Matias Torres Zavaleta, Laulé. Now he just taps it behind now. Barto leaves it for Zavaleta. Zavaleta back up. I don't think that was exactly where he wanted it to go, but it is now backed by Talandracas. Lovely, lovely ball straight to Polito. Polito stops, cuts back inside. They all bone back in defense. Still Polito, he's trying to be hooked by Desert Palm. He's got him on his right-hand side. How he manages to keep hold of this, I don't know, but he cuts in front, and I think the umpire saw that, John. What do we think on that play?
Yeah, the umpire, I think there may well have blown against Polito Pierres. We're going to wait and see what the decision, on the ground is. Polito Perez, as we have a look on the instant replay with Polo Line TV, I think might have just tapped it one too many times. The umpires saying to use it, go forward with a bit of speed, and they're laying down a marker early here, Carl, how they want this game to be played.
Yeah, very important. You think the pressure on these umpires, you have two mounted umpires, a third man. For those of you that may be new to polo here on the grounds, it's so good to see so many faces and cars here watching this opening match. But three officials making sure that everybody and the horses and players 100% safety all the time. Here we go.
So Zavaleta, interesting to see it. Zavaleta here taking these set plays for Desert Palm as they look to go down the ground, bringing Laule into the action. Laule coming up against Rochi Torregatar. Torregatar hooked up the play. The two young players coming together as it's now Barto Castagnola. Castagnola just slows it down, opens up the shoulders. Castagnola, let's hear it. We have the opening score of the British Open for 2024, and it's the MVP of the final last year, Barto Castagnola, with the opening score.
Yeah, nice there. Nice backup and nice teamwork. Torregatar tried to get in there, tried to hassle in the danger area for Talandracas. The ball sort of popped out, but it was great work from Laule and Zavaleta, leaving that little wide open for Barto. He looked up, the confidence just to pop that in there from quite far out, and a lot of traffic in the way, but high over everybody's heads. And they're back to the middle again, like straight in. If they can win this line out, they would be back on that pressure again. It pops out. Will it reach Barto? Yes, it does. He just caps it to it now. He's got to take it away. He knows he's got three pinks chasing him, and he knows he's got to go a little bit more on his own to get a bit of space. Takes it on the near side. He's being hard chased. It is still Barto. Will this be back-to-back goals? It will. Back-to-back goals. Yes, it is.
What a start that is then for Barto Castagnola, his second goal this opening chucker here for Desert Palm, and it's Barto Castagnola. Look how he just gets away from Torregatar there, and a couple of early advantages there for Castagnola and Desert Palm.
Yeah, apologies there, I disappeared for a second and I'm back. So back to the middle they go. Look at the scoreboard there, back-to-back goals already for Barto. Changing directions. For those of you new here, there's a lot of people on the sidelines there. They change directions every time a goal is scored, so now Desert Palm going the other way.
So picked up here, out the line, out straight away by Torregatar. Torregatar looks to run now past Castagnola, shows what he could do in attack. And watch Rochi Torregatar tapping it, looking to take on Albardi. Sorry, no, that was Zavaleta in defence. Picked up now by Laule, but there is a whistle on the ground. So we just have a look here on the instant replay. Coming through there at speed was Torregatar. He's claiming there that Zavaleta just got a little bit out in front of him, impeding him on his way, Carl, and it does look like that will be a close penalty in favour of Talandracas.
Yes, absolutely. In favour of Talandracas. Just impeding the line there. Umpires saw it early. Great that they're calling this. And it's Polito Perez. Straight through, down the line it goes. Great goal from the penalty. And that's Talandracas finally up onto the scoreboard. Such a lovely player, Polito. I think for me, out of the Queen's Cup, he really stood out, not only because he won with his team, but loved the dynamic between Alejandro Muccio and Polito. They've played a lot over the years, but they just seem to be really establishing a great play in those few last games of the Queen's Cup. Picked up by Desert Palm now, Barto.
So Barto looking to take it on. It's there with Muccio with the backhand. Muccio turning it round. Looking now to give it back to Polito Perez. That double act you were talking about, Carver, so effective. The sort of finesse of Polito Perez and that muscle of Muccio as Muccio sends it back. Now picked up by Torregatar. Torregatar looking for Polito Perez to go again, but the ball just pops up over the boards. Apologies here, Gan. We are having a couple of technical difficulties with the mic. We'll look to get that seen to as we cut out occasionally here.
Muscle of Muccio, I like that. That's got to be one of the opening quotes, I think, John. Muscle of Muccio. Yes, for sure. Right, nice launch from Desert Palm. Torregatar. Told to hold it, told to take it round. He does so. Now, Polito moves up. Torregatar. Still got it. Down the far side. Being hard pushed. Barto, left side, near side, right side. Ooh, and as he came round, that far side on the boards, took it on one side, took it on the other.
Yeah, we're going to get the instant replay here on Polo Line TV as you have a look here. Castagnola just spun it back round, coming down the line was Polito Perez, and it's going to be a penalty here for Talandracas.
On the mic, umpire has awarded for Talandracas. Polito Perez just coming down that line as Barto took it to the near side, offside, and tried to take it round. Polito was on that train track and he was chewing down there quite quickly. So a penalty right up for Talandracas. 2-1 on the scoreboard.
So as we have a look here, it was Perez who took that last penalty, and it looks like he's going to step up again. Please do let us know where you're watching from here on Polo Line TV over social media. Big hello to Nick Clegg, who's dropped us a message with his feet up on the couch, watching the action here today and enjoying the opening scenes of this opening British Open game.
Along the ground, straight through, another one for Polito. 2-2, going in, back to the middle they go. Not long left now in this jump.
The players coming back to the middle of the ground. Ends changes. Game really beginning to heat up nicely now. These players running. Desert Palm definitely got the better of the opening scenes of this contest, but Talandracas 2 penalties by Perez, and now he's gone. And this truly is one of the finest sights of world polo. Polito Perez running away. He's being chased every step away by Laule, but he's not going to catch him. Polito Perez tap once, tap twice through the goal, and that is Polito Perez at his best. And 3 goals in quick succession. Polito Perez, Talandracas.
Absolutely, like you say, at his best. He just has such good ball control and such great bursts of speed as he can just come out and accelerate, decelerate, accelerate. He's so good at just knowing where people are going to be and just making those quick breaks.
So players back in the center of the field. Ball goes back in play, and it's out here now for Polito Perez again. No, that's picked up by Torre Guitar. Backhand play, though, by Laule into space. But first there is Mucio. Mucio with the tail backhand, looking once more for Torre Guitar, who finds himself between 2 Desert Palm players.
Now back to Desert Palm. Barto comes in, doing a great job. Salvaletta. Still Barto.
Okay.
Keeping hold of it. In goes Talandracas. Barto goes up the long side, wants to get ahead of him. It's a lovely ride-off. And there's the backhand.
And it's going to be picked up and sent away there by Perez. Looking again for Torgatal on the run, but there first will be Zavaleta with the open backhand into space, looking for Tariq Alwadi. Alwadi beaten to it there, but good pressure from Alwadi, and it falls now for Castagnola. Castagnola on the offside, on the near side, under pressure from Torgatal. We hear the first buzzer. Big neck shot by Castagnola, and that is the goal that will bring an end to the opening chukker, and it has gone in favor of Barto Castagnola and Desert Palm. They tie us up 3 goals apiece as we go into the first chukker break here on Polo Line TV.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, having a few mic issues here, but apologies. We tie up 3-3.
Welcome back on Polo Line TV. Barto Castagnola, what an end to that chukker he had, tying us up 3 goals apiece. But really, stuff. Great to be here. You saw as well, it's an amazing initiative being put on by Philip Muller and the Standing Rock Polo Group. We'll talk more about that as the tournament goes on, but they've got a Fair Play Victor Ladorn Award being awarded this year. We'll talk more about it as it goes, but really do keep an eye on that brand, on that name. Philip Muller doing a lot of good. So players back on the centre of the ground. Apologies again for those here at the ground. We are having a couple of problems with the mics. We will be looking to get that sorted out as soon as we can, but we will keep on going as we are. So horses out here in this second chukker. Yuka Minyak, he is out there on Machado. Rochi Toragatai, he's out here on a horse called Flower Girl, a retrained racehorse, that one owned by Alan Kent. Polito Perez on Decente and Alejandro Mucio, he is on Palada as we get going here in this second chukker. The ball there with Polito Perez. Polito Perez now bringing it up, sends it down the ground, looking to see if he can find Carmignac on the run. It goes a little bit further for Toragatar. Toragatar out there on that horse called Flower Girl, just stopping it there in between Laule and Albuari. Still there with Toragatar, gives it now to Perez, but it's stolen off him by Zavaleta.
Yeah, Zavaleta just comes round. He's gone round 1, he's gone round 2. Oh, goes for a big hit and just loses that. And picked up by Barto. It comes a great strike. What an open up to Ali. Up to Tariq Al-Bawadi. Good ride off. Tries to take it on his near side. Polito checks up. Oh, what a cut in. What a cut in from Laule. Laule picks that up so quickly on his horse. Leaves it behind now. Polito with the backhand.
Polito Perez looking out for Toragatar. Toragatar here for Talandracas, just taking it to right-hand side. He's got runners out in front of him. It's always over the top. And who's going to turn first? Luckily for him, it's his own teammate, Alejandro Mucio. Mucio going to the left-hand side of Castagnola. Castagnola, the pressure was enough, and now Castagnola looks to go. Looking to take on Toragatar again, but looks like Toragatar's got this one covered at the back.
Yeah, looking over his shoulder. Little tail backhand. Will Barto get onto the end of that one, though? He will. He managed to find that. Wasn't great power and distance from the backhand, so Barto takes this back, drops it behind. Will he, or will he take it with him? Oh, I think that was planned. Little pick up. What a shot. Is it going to go? And it goes wide.
Wide to the left-hand side. Big chance there, that one for Desert Palm. But it just goes wide to the left. So now they look to get going quickly here for Talandracas' side with a man advantage. But coming back now is Zavaleta. Sent long down the ground by Perez, looking for Mucio there as well as Carmignac. But it's Mucio coming through in front of all of them. Good work by Abuadi just to put Mucio off, and it falls now for Zavaleta in front of Toragatar.
What a turn. Slows it down. Barto comes in behind. Zavaleta, Barto working well, keeping him on his hip side. Zavaleta, he calls for it. Barto now runs to the right-hand side.
So picked up now by Barto Castagnola. Castagnola just there in front of Toragatar. Look at the little deft movement there by Barto Castagnola. Castagnola still just taking it down the board. Still here now with Castagnola, putting on the pressure. Was Mucio, but it's now with Zavaleta. Zavaleta with a shot down the ground, looking again for Castagnola. Castagnola beaten to it on the line, but Castagnola fights back near side through the goal, and what a score that is by Barto Castagnola. It's another one in for the man in green, and last year's MVP, Carl, is starting strong.
Yeah, he really is. He's got such confidence now, and he's been in these situations so many times. It was a ride-off. He took the bump and just went for that near side, got the angle right at the same time as the ride-off, and Barto just getting a little bit more confidence in the camp. Quick change of horse as well after that, and they're back now. Desert Palm 4-3 as they come back to the middle.
Yeah, this game continuing to swing back and forth, and right now team in green, those famous green shirts we've spoken about.
I don't know about you, I'm super excited. This is what an opening match, you know.
It's been great end to end, swinging back and forth like a pendulum.
Barto Castagnola, he gets called to take that man on the right, Zavaleta, so Barto could go up to the right-hand side. Waiting is Toragatar. Barto with the confidence. He tried to get a big hit on that one, but didn't actually go where he wanted to. Looks over his shoulder, he mishit that, and just checks back up, and it'll be a near miss for Desert Palm. But A quick couple of horses changed. Very hot today. We're about 26 degrees here at Cowdery Park. Sun is shining. It's only going to get warmer. And what a great setting. Look at the fields as well. We kick off on Lawns 1 here as Talandracas bring in the ball.
Talandracas fan looking to go. Sent out to the left-hand side base, looking for a run quickly of Musio. Musio couldn't get there, go. Beaten by Zavaletto. On the turn, though, was Torregatar. Torregatar finding Perez. Oh, look at the flick there by Polito Perez, giving it to Musio, who takes away the hook of Castagnola. Confident play there by Talandracas as it falls again for Perez. Polito Perez just taking it up now towards the halfway line. Reaches out behind him, picks it up again as there's Perez on the near side. Pops up over the boards, and that will be Desert Palm Bull.
So, making sure they have the countdown from the umpire. I can hear him counting it down. Make sure that they play the ball and don't waste any time. And it comes now, Desert Palm. Look at how everybody's moving up. By now, we've worked out who's going where and who's going to go on what man. Barto Castagnola, stick in the air as he rides down that line. Taken beautifully by Zorogatar. Oh, Muzio, sorry, Ali Muzio up to Polito. Polito now, Polito, well, a great run. Look at Polito go as this horse opens up, and he's at 1 horse a length. He's still tapping it, and this is how good he is. He goes for the big shot. Oh, it's huge. But it just didn't have the angle. But that is where he's so deadly, John.
Yeah, that's where Polito Perez really is at his best. Those next shots he picks up, wave the ball bounces, and he's just able to go. It is so impressive to watch. So we're going in for the final minute and a half here of this second of our 6 chuckers. A warm welcome, as I mentioned, to all of those watching from around the world. Please do let us know where you are, what you're thinking. You're hearing a lot more than they are at the ground, I'm afraid, on the microphones. It's here now with Barto Castagnola. Castagnola looking to go. So, it just flicks behind. I'm not sure Zavaletto quite read it, but it's going to work itself out.
Yeah, he had to really slam on the brakes there, didn't he, a little bit. I think it was a bit, quite a push back. Look at Polito, look, waiting. He's got to be careful, doesn't cross that line and give away that foul. He thought he was okay. Oh, comes off a pony. It might be enough now for Polito to come in. Barto has a good go. Oh, wow, recovered by Barto Castagnola. Did really, really well there. Zavaletto. Yeah.
Players lining up. You see this lineup so often, Carl, as they play it. We're full now back for Castagnola, and he will look for Laulay to be putting that pressure on Perez, taking Perez out the play in front, so Castagnola can just continue. Now he does send it long, hoping Laulay can get round, but it's good defensive play in the end by Perez, who comes on for play in front of Laulay. Perez, look at the skill, look at the control on that ball, brings it out from in front of him to behind him, and now they look to counter with Perez.
Such control, and look how he opens up. This still on the same horse, asks for a little bit of speed. Now this could be good. His 30-second buzz has just gone. Can he get one on in before the end of this chukker? He's going to go for the big one. He cuts it back inside. Who's there? Has it got the distance? Has it got the length? No. Oh, it hasn't, and it'll be now Desert Palm that take that. Laulay comes in to try and stop that attack. In comes Barto. Oh, mistake, but a whistle. Mistake and a whistle there, just as Alejandro Musio came through.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at the instant
replay. Look at the replay here.
On the screen, you see there were a couple of Desert Palm players on it. Musi, I think, watch him come out now. Yeah, he just came round a little bit quickly, crossed over that line. That will be the end of the second chuck event, and it is Desert Palm in the lead, 4-3, and we'll be back here on Polo Line TV in a couple of minutes. here on Polo Line TV. Desert Palm just keeping their noses out in front. We'll see what the decision is as we... I do think it's going to be Desert Palm frustrated by the whistle going, but we'll have an early look at some of the horses here for this third chukker. Talandracas, Ukameniak on Polperia, Voci Torgatar on Marista, Polito Perez on Vienna, and Alejandro Mucio on Montana. We'll just wait a couple of seconds, Carl, and we'll see the Desert Palm ones coming across as well.
Make sure we've got the umbrellas and the sun out protection today. It is hotting up here at Cowdrey, but it's so nice to see. There's Lola Castagnola, coach for Desert Palm. Here we go, here are the horses. So Tarek's coming out on Barbie in this chukker number 3 before half time. Rufino is out on Medoc and Barto Castagnola on Sugar Free. Oh, I like this horse. Matthias Torres Zavaleta on Ganadora.
So Pleasant back on the field of play for this third chukker, and it is going to be Desert Palm getting us underway with a penalty from the spot. And you'd imagine the way we've seen these teams setting up so far, Zavaleta will be the one taking the set play. Barto Castagnola staying close to him on this beautiful grey pony, Sugar Free. So it's here then with Zavaleta, Castagnola close.
Oh, Barto. I like this horse. Let's see what he can do with this horse. So he cuts inside, so there's a little call. That wasn't exactly probably the play they wanted. Picked up by the stylish and smooth Alejandro Mucio, the number 4 in the pink. Has a go, just catches a horse, bit of traffic in the way. Barto comes up to it, stops and turns. Back inside now. He's got a couple of options as the greens go across field, just trying to find up the front there whether Laule can take it and Tarek can get it. Tarek gets taken out, nice ride off him. Ooh, Carmenac there. In comes Laule. Laule back to Polito. Polito stops and turns and says, right, let's go, let's reboot, let's reset. So Mucio to the left, got nobody on him at the moment. Still Mucio cuts it back inside. Will Polito be able to get on top of that one? Barto gets it, unfortunately, and comes back again. A game of tennis ensues, and we're up to halfway.
Yeah, really great play between the two Talandracas players, but it just broke down at the end. So it's brought here by Zavaleta. Zavaleta spinning around.
Green. Come out, Pink! Come out, Pink!
That's the first time we're really seeing this season contender here in the UK. They got the quarters of the Queens. What can they do here in this British Open this year? Set down the ground, look at Castagnola. Castagnola will come through on that grey, but he's just been out of it by Torgatar. Still Castagnola comes. Castagnola with the tap in between Torgatar and Mucio with the tap towards the goal. And what a score that is. He wasn't giving up, Castagnola. What do you think of that one, Carl?
Oh, absolutely. Literally, there's players all over him, and he went straight through the middle. He had a player on one side, player on the other, and just managed to nicely finished off by his teammate. Look at this. Little cut inside and straight through. Nice Barto. Good goal. And that takes them up now 5-3. Desert Palm in this third chukker as we come back to the middle. A couple of change of horses. And we go again.
So back here, and it's with Desert Palm now in the defence. Sport away now. And here it is with Laule. Laule so confident in defence, his young player. Laule gives it now to his captain, Castagnola. Barto Castagnola still on Sugar Free. Sends it down the ground, looking to see if he can find Zavaleta on the run. He's got Carmignac to deal with. Carmignac just watching closely as it's still here with Matthias Torres Zavaleta, looking to make it a 3-goal gap now. The Queen's Cup champions, they're under real pressure here in this opening game, but great defensive play by Carmignac. Still the pressure on, still it may go, but it's just wide to the right-hand side, and it's going to be Talandracas with a chance to bring it away.
Yeah, just looking at that replay there. Oh, tricky. And then just ran wide. So, brought in off the back for Talandracas. They could just do with 1 or 2 more going into half-time. Just get their confidence up a little bit. But early days yet, like I said, wide open. 18 teams in this Gold Cup. 9 teams in the Queen's Cup. And it is wide open. The competition resets again. There's different makeups of teams. There's different players, different teams coming in. So going to be very exciting to see how some of these teams work their way through the 4 league matches. Desert Palm called for it, Laule. Laule goes up, but look at this. Great in defence is Torgatar. Rochi now just keeps him on his left, comes in, just avoids the hook, leaves it for Polito. Polito comes in and helps him out. Pierres cuts back inside. He knows he's got to run now. Oh, they all check out who's going to get to it first. What a turn. Polito says, you go. You've got the line. Get away from in front of the danger area. Right in front of goal, being hard chased by Zavaleta, and it's cleared back up to the far side.
Rochi Torgatar, so confident in his own ability. Born and raised in Sotogrande, Rochi Torgatar, I'm sure. His father and mother. Oh, what a pickup that is. Oh, I think the umpires, yeah, they didn't like something they saw there as the horses came together. Polito Perez stopped. We'll see what the decision is. We'll get a replay here on the screen. As you look, it's Perez there in front of Albuadi. Didn't quite look shoulder to shoulder or at the same speed. So we'll see. I'd imagine it's going to be a close penalty in favour of Talandracas. As you have a look there in the tents behind the scenes, so much work done in both these organisations, Talandracas and of course Desert Palm in the Dubai organisation. Yeah, just saying, Rochi Torgatar, great to see him playing for high goal here this year, and I'm sure his mum and dad, Santi and Jackie Torgatar, will be watching proudly from Sotogrande.
And like we said, a very warm welcome if you're joining us from around the world on this first day, first match of the British Open Gold Cup at Cowdrey Park. Great day to start the ball rolling, and literally we've kicked off with two Titan teams. So I'm sure the Desert Palm team and Dubai team are all tuning in, watching at the moment. Here we go, penalty. 30 yards for Polito Pierres. Easy, straight down the line, pops that up. That takes it. There's the whistle after that. So that'll be 6-3. Sorry, 5-4, not 6-3, 5-4. Talandracas move up. 5B, whistle to the middle. So then they restart from the middle now. Penalty. Desert Palm need to redress, so it goes straight from a penalty 30 yards to a 5B. Due to the nature of the foul beforehand. I'll just tee up this ball and get Talandracas away. A few more minutes left in this third checker.
Talandracas, they now trail just by the goal, and they're going to have a penalty 5B as well after the last foul given. Polito Perez looking to go here.
Perez gets stopped by a teammate. Still got possession though. Talandracas, could they come in and they go on the left-hand side? Barto goes back in defence. Can we go for the cut shot? Doesn't quite connect.
So brought away then, but it's only gone as far as Torgatar again. Rochi Torgatar just tapping it, slowing it down. He's got a trio of Desert Palm players out in front of him, so he leaves it now for Perez. Perez with a shot towards the goal, but it's blocked by Castagnolo. Oh, Castagnolo over the top. A rare mistake there, but look how he just manages to come back. Hooked up the play. Musio, I think a whistle is gone. It got a little bit scrappy down there as both teams try to win possession. But the whistle did eventually go, and I believe this one may count.
Desperately trying to get it out the danger area.
So penalty 5B in favour of Desert Palm is the result of that. Desert Palm then, they still lead. That's a big big moment when Polito Perez brought it back to 1. Still time in this first half, but it's going to be Zavaleta as we've seen these set plays take place. Matias Torres Zavaleta running down the ground, calling for the passes. Castagnola wants it, it's fair for Abwadi as well, but going back in defense is Mucio. Good pressure by Abwadi. Still though, Mucio will get another chance and bring it away in front of Castagnola.
And we're on a run, and the horse is opening up. We've got Polito and we've got Mucio. Polito's going up the middle. Polito tries to find the end of that one. Mucio keeps on taking. Polito checks back up. Bartos to it first on the near side. Just enough to spoil it to keep it in possession of Talandracas. What play? Back up we go again, and it's still Talandracas who rushes it to it now. Cuts back in front. It's Barto. Castagnola. Look at this nice play from Barto and his teammates up to the left-hand side. Polito waiting to see if he's going to cut it back inside. Yes, he does. Polito's now on the other side of his hip. Barto's gone past Polito. He's got a bit of a quicker horse. Is he going to go for the next shot? Yes, he is. There it is. Wide.
Wide to right-hand side then, Barto Castagnola. He just always seems to have that moment of quality to take it away, but couldn't quite find the goalpost this time around. So Talandracas, they will have the ball on the back line and look to bring it away again. Still time for final minute of this first half as it's here now with Polito Perez. Polito Perez coming back on a fresh pony is Carmignac. Polito Perez instead, though, sends it down the ground looking for Mucio. Mucio, he had to do more there as he had Castagnola behind him. Castagnola turns as it's Castagnola now for Desert Palm behind him there. The two captains coming together. It's still Castagnola. He's got Zavaleta in support. Mucio's got to be careful. Mucio meets him, and Mucio, he could be gone here now for the pink shirts of Talandracas. Can he tie us up before the end of a half? It's here with Mucio. Mucio in between Abwadi, and there's Perez. Perez appealing for foul. Umpires say fine, and it's going to be brought away by Castagnola.
Desert Palm. Oh, off the back of that one, and a whistle there. Barto connected with that. Ball came on the back of a pony. Umpire blew the whistle. We'll have a quick look at the replay as well. So just a quick check of ponies from Polito. A couple of people taking a change of horse. That stopped that attack quite quickly. Safety paramount of the horses and the players' welfare. So just a knock from a ball. Polito is going to change onto a fresh horse for this last 30 seconds. John, what are we thinking so far in this first half? It's sort of swung both ways, the pendulum. It's early days yet. Both teams, first 3 chukkers of the British Open. Pressure's on for both of them. How do you feel like it's gone so far?
Yeah, like you say, we've seen both sides. They've had their moments. Neither side really able to gain a true control of momentum. It's looked like at times that Barto Castagnola would be the one just to grab this game by the scruff of the neck, but then Polito Perez, as he, probably unlike any other polo player in the world, all he needs is 1 second of a ball, and he can turn it round, spin it round, and bring it back for exactly what you saw. It looked like it was beginning to run away, and then he just pulled that goal back. 1 goal in it.
Yeah, Polito's very dangerous on those quick breaks. Just gets the ball, keeps it close, but then at the same time can really send it and find his teammates. That's his, such a unique with the way he plays, such a unique style. You can watch Polito not know it's him and go, ah, yeah, that's Piedras, that's Polito Piedras for sure, without being told. Here we go. So, throw in. From the umpire. Just from that change of horse. Onto a fresh horse now. 30 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Talandracas could do with popping one in, tying it all up before half-time. In goes the ball. They need to win the line out, and they do. 20 seconds or so. Or there's the 30-second buzzer. There's the shot. Oh, and it's wide. That would have been great for Who's Carmignac if he'd got that one, John.
Yeah, wide to the right-hand side. So that will bring an end to the first half here at the ground. If we could please ask you all to make your way out to the ground and tread in some divots. We will be back in about 10 minutes or so for the second half of this opening game. And a big thank you as well from us all here on Polo Line TV, the end of a third chuck of this game presented by Standing Rock. Really great to have them here with us. But it's Talandracas who trailed, the winners of the Queen's Cup against the quarterfinalists, 5-4. So we are in the pony lines at the halfway point of the game. Yeah, the game, it's just threatened to warm up occasionally. Neither side really grabbing control as of yet. So we have a look, this beautiful background here. Really do try and make your way to lawns for this tournament if you can. But on those stats, Talandracas just the one field goal. Their 3 other goals have come from penalties, much in contrast to Desert Palm, who are all field goals so far. Very even on throw-ins, very few fouls, just 3 apiece. Very clean at games so far. Between these two sides, they are known, having been watching the Queen's Cup, to be 2 of the most attacking, forward-thinking sides in the high goal level this year. Little surprise when you have a look at the names on these team sheets. So you'd imagine to see a few more field goals coming from Talandracas as we go. But they have been lethal from the penalty spots. Lola Castagnola there in the tent. You see the towel trying to keep cool. It is a scorching hot day here in England. There's been so much wet, windy weather throughout the season so far. It's amazing that the ground staff here at Cowdrey have these grounds looking as they are, but it is expected to hit the 30s here in the UK. It's about as hot as it gets in the summer. You'll be waking up, I'm sure, now over in the US thinking that's nothing, but it really is hot. So that's why you're seeing so many horses changing frequently throughout this contest, taking water the players as well. See Gaston Laulay there as well. So proud to see his sons Beltran and Rufino playing within this Dubai organisation this year. Finalists last year, Dubai, that's with Heta Castagnola. Finalists just beaten in the final seconds. That Lucan Monteverde goal, you've been seeing it over and over again on the Polo Line TV, Cowdrey Polo social media channels. Have a look out there on the centre of the ground, the who's who of English polo. Alan Kent, if I may say so myself, and Andrew Hine out there having a chat. They'll be saying they've been out here, both winners of this British Open in the past, but seeing this next generation, Carl, it really is impressive to watch. And with Castagnola, Laulay, sorry, I go over to Carl as he's just putting some olives in his lunch for his mouth. Sorry, his mouth for lunch. So I'll give him a pass on that one. Yeah, Barto Castagnola, Heta Castagnola. Heta Castagnola, top scorer in the Gold Cup last year with 54 goals. We expect to see him right there at the business end again. All of these games, as I mentioned, they are exclusively live, whether you're here at the ground. If you can't make it to purchase a subscription, it's just £50 for the amount of games being played and all of those games being available. It is quite the deal to get. So please do join us. If you are with us today across social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, let us know where you're watching from, what you think of the action in this first half as well. The first of our two games, the second one due to get underway 3 o'clock British summer time as well. And what a game that one promises to be. Carl, I believe you finished your olives.
No, I have. I was just thinking about what you just said about it's scorching hot day here, and those of you waking up in America or across the globe where it's really, really hot, then I know you laugh at us English. I mean, it's only just now that the Argentines have taken off their beanies and their scarves around their neck whilst they're playing, John, isn't it? And, you know, the international players that are so used to the heat. It's hilarious. Start of the season, you know, we're May, June, and we're trying to go out there in T-shirts, and they're wrapped up, and it looks like they're in our winter, doesn't it?
I think if you were doing an over and under bet, it's how many snoods are going to come out on the opening day of the Gold Cup. But I'd be surprised if you. I mean, it is hot.
It's not gonna last though, is it? I think it's gonna carry on maybe for a few days. But we always say this, but we do love it, and it's great. It just feels like polo. I spent a bit of time in America on Palm Beach doing the gauntlet of polo and Florida, and the heat is just, you know, it's a part of every day, and it's nice to see a bit of heat here. It kind of a lot of these players are used to it. You talk about the horses, lots of changes, but really, on the grand scale of things, of where polo is played all around the world, it's actually not particularly hot compared to some of the other countries, is it?
No, and you talk about gauntlet there. I mean, it's Matias Torres Zavaleta, the player there we see in our picture. He's a player he's played medium goal. Yeah, he's played a lot over in the US and he's been successful.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't he? He did a really good gauntlet of polo actually. This is, I think, for him. Watching him in the last few years has been really, really exciting, and it's a name you start to see crop up a lot on the team sheets. And I think he's a big player, big combination there when it gets in the right team. And I think he's very much part of Desert Palms polo team, which is helping them, being looked so strong today even.
Yeah, I love the way he plays with Barto. He always seems to be Barto's confidence to have Zavaleta playing behind him.
I think it works both ways, doesn't it? I think Barto knowing that he's there helps Barto, and likewise. And I think you compare that to the Muzio, Alejandro Muzio, and don't Rochi Torregatara, amazing, plays lights out. But I do love the Polito Muzio kind of combo. It's effortless, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that dynamic between them, they, whether it's here with Talandracas, they played together. You just seem to always believe when Polito's going on a run, Muzio knows, and it's often it's one of the most kind of dynamic, quick changes of pace as Polito appears. So for Muzio to know exactly intrinsically when that change of pace is going to happen and put himself in right position, it gives him such a tool.
Yeah, and I think it's hard to probably play with Polito, isn't it? I think Polito has that unique style, like you say, and I love the way he has these bursts of energy, and he suddenly changes from one side to the other, and then he goes for quick breaks, then he goes for long breaks, then he goes, and it actually keeps you guessing. And now, as a teammate, you've got to understand that, but it actually must put the pressure on. What's he going to do now?
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of times already today as well. He's got that little ability where the ball going out in front of his horse, he will suddenly scoop it back behind him and then spin back round. And I was interested as well, actually, somewhere he's come stuck a little bit actually is when the umpire starts sort of saying forward motion and go, and he brings it back a little bit, but they seem to be letting that go a little bit more, which is great to see because it does allow him to do those changes of pace.
Yes. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, you watch him; he does take it back a little bit, and it's amazing how it stays on the end of his stick. It's like it's on a piece of elastic. So, not long now. A few more moments. Everybody's cleared the field here at Cowdrey. Pitch looks great. Lawn 1. So many cars turning up for game 1 as well, which is brilliant. We've got another game at 3 o'clock. The two La Dolfina Titan organisations, Mura Sanctus and Great Oaks, coming together. Let's have a look at some horses here. Who's Carmanac is on Perillo. Rochi Torregatara is on
Madam's Farm Nix. Madam's Farm Nix, yeah.
Polito Villegas, I just didn't see Musio's on Lager. Lager or Larger? Lager. It's in Lager? What a name.
Yeah.
So hang on, was there a Madam's Farm there?
There was a Madam's Farm Nix. So Madam's Farm Nix came out of a well-known horse here at Cowdrey for years, a mare called Flo, which was played. Well, Alan Kent was the player many a time. I was lucky enough to play Alan Kent, former England captain, of course. Yeah. But yeah.
So who are you? You're John Kent.
John Kent never quite made it there, but I was lucky enough to play the mother of this horse, and she was wonderful. And then the stallion was Claren, and everyone here I'm sure knows Claren. Yes. So the breeding, and the first year in Rochi's string has been playing here the medium goal with myself, Nick Johnson. And others have been playing home the medium goal the last couple of years, but great to see her taking a step up. Really excited to see how Nix goes.
Absolutely.
In this chucker.
Have you been watching her much this season?
Yeah, Rochi was on Nix when he scored that goal in the 5th chucker, which brought it level of the Queen's Cup. Yeah. And there's a couple of her half brothers also playing with Rochi Torregatara in this game, Madam's Farm Fideo and Madam's Farm Rio as well. So yeah, both those out of another stallion local to here. So sorry, apologies to talk a bit about it, but really excited to see see that coming out here.
So you should be. But that's all the airtime you're getting on it, okay?
I feel that's enough. I'll get fed tonight now.
No, it's brilliant. And let's talk about horsepower. I mean, just every year, John, it amazes me how the horsepower just steps up. When you think it can't get any quicker or any faster, and these horses are just coming out every year, the players bringing new strings, the breeding is just changing in the last 5 years. It's unbelievable.
No, it is amazing about horsepower, and Fanta, obviously. Polito Pires is the best playing pony. Yeah, that'll be out here today as well. Yeah, so here we are. We're back on the 4th chucker. Carl, I'll leave you to get underway with Desert Palm.
Thank you very much, John. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're back for the 4th chucker. 5-4. Hopefully, you'll keep us here at the grandstand. You'll be able to hear me, and live stream away we go for the second half. So quick team talk, I'm sure. And look at this nice attack, straight out, straight from the back. This is nice. This is nice for Desert Palm. And falls to who's Carmenac. Great backhand, beautiful backhand from Carmenac. Picked up, no, stopped by Barto. Talandracas come in. Zavaleta, Laule, Tarek, quick little chip. Barto get that one. What a backhand from Polito, but I think he was in front of the line there, John. We'll look at the replay, but Polito might have just come across that green player.
Yeah, it looked like a foul. I think if you be ultra critical of that last backhand, it just wasn't quite open enough. So as you have a look there, coming across in front of Castagnola. And it will be a close penalty, a penalty too, in favour of Desert Palm. Looks like a 30-yarder. You'd imagine Castagnola. Actually, this is first. It's been all field goals for Desert Palm so far. So first chance from the close penalty.
Yes, all field goals. Also, lots of penalties for Talandracas. So quite a different side really for both teams, isn't it? Field goals on one side, lots of penalties on the other. And can't be making penalties. You give penalties away, you lose polo games. Right, here we go.
So it's Laule who steps up. Laule, the confidence of the young player for Desert Palm, and they put that 2-goal gap between the two sides once more. So Desert Palm can't. They lead here early in the second half at 6 goals to 4, and that's, we were just saying on the live stream, their first penalty has been all field goals till that point. Yeah,
very much both teams having quite a different style of the way the game's unfolded on goals. Lots of penalties for Talandracas and lots of field goals for Desert Palm until that point. So must win this ride off for this line out for Talandracas, but it goes straight to Desert Palm. Polito tries to go in for a hook. Oh, he's literally hooked, completely hooked. Couldn't get his stick away from that, but the play continues. Now, Polito asks for the players to move up. We've got Torgatar. Mucio's waiting. He's open. Nice pass, Mucio, lovely. Oh, it's unfortunate he was there waiting unmarked. Tried to go for the little cheeky neck shot. Couldn't quite get the angle. Polito still has possession, cuts it back inside. What an angle. Wow. And it's kept in. No, it's not, wide over the right. But you can kind of see what they're doing there. But good defense from Desert Palm.
Yeah, good defense by Desert Palm. Interesting to see that Talandracas lining up. They've got Polito Perez on the ball, and it's one of Mucio or Torgatar staying close to him, trying to give him a space. That time it was Torgatar, but it didn't quite find its way through the goal. So now coming away are Desert Palm. What can Barto Castagnola do here to get his side further down that ground? He's got the runner down the centre in Zavaleta. He's still got it there. It is Castagnola. Castagnola now looking to run as he opens the horse up, taking on Perez. It's still here now with Castagnola up now towards the 40-yard mark. Castagnola, he's going to go all the way. Barto Castagnola, what a score.
What a goal. Unbelievable from one end to the other. Everybody waiting to see what he might do. Confidence straight through, found a gap, saw the gap, executed the gap, and that is pushing them slightly away in the start of this second half. Talandracas can't afford to let any more goals go past. This is going to be a big chase in the last two chuckers to get back up. Middle they go, change direction every time a goal is scored. Horses, Lollipop was the horse. Lollipop, those of you wanting to know, Barto just scored that lovely goal on and had the edge on most people. Polito, Torgatar and Mucio working well off the ball, are trying to allow Polito to come in. Torgatar behind. A lot of pressure from Laule. Look at him go. Wow, what a nice little, great play from Laule. Straight to Barto, but not enough. Picked up by Mucio. Mucio. Great goal from Mucio.
Oh, he threaded that one.
What a goal from Mucio. Straight through, looked up, thought why not, and let's go for it. Pops it straight through the middle. Brilliant goal from Alejandro Mucio.
Yeah, he threaded that one right through. Looked like a head of a needle by Mucio, and the umpire, I think, Polito Perez still saying to the umpires, that should be a foul as well. They didn't give him a clear space, but what a finish when he managed to find that gap. So players back in the centre. 7 goals to 5. Talandracas looking to come back level now. Carmignac hooked up the play, so it falls instead for Laule. Laule spins it round. Zavaleta goes up. Castagnola settles in behind. Castagnola drives it down the ground, looking to see if he can find Laule, but it's going to fall instead. Now it's going to be Torgatar on the run. Torgatar, he's gone here for Talandracas. Rochi Torgatar on that horse Nix. He's on his own. Hits the green grass of lawns in front of Rochi Torgatar with the cut shot, and what a finish by Torgatar. A beautiful score there by the young man, Rochi Torgatar.
And what a horse, John, what a horse. Nix Well, we talked about it earlier, and it put him on the edge there and put him out in front. And what a finish! What a goal! He must be very pleased.
Yeah, great moment there for Rochi Torregatava. The confidence Polito Pires has in his young teammates as well. He sent the pass down the ground. Somehow Desert Palm just didn't look as Rochi Torregatava gave him the space of this Lawns ground at number 1. So 1 goal in it now, 2.5 to play in the fourth. This game beginning to warm up for us, Carl.
And exactly what we just said. A couple of goals, and then it can change within literally a couple of plays. Both teams so evenly matched at the moment. They have really been throughout the whole tournament, the whole match so far. Up to intercepted. What an intercept. What a bouncing ball on the volley. He's having an absolute cracking game. Tries to go over the top of that one. Sorry about that. Put the commentator's curse on him as he went to try and take a big hit on that one, but falls in possession for Desert Palm now. Barto on the grey. Oh, interception, but still Barto. How he managed to get away with that one, I don't know.
Yeah, Barto came in. He's lost his stickhead as he sends that one down the ground. Yeah, he looks like he's back on Sugar Free as the pass goes down looking for Laule, but it's just gone wide to the right-hand side. He's got real knack, Barto Castagnola. You look like he's lost it, and then he just manages to creep back in and grab that ball and take it back in attack.
Yeah, very, very true. And the confidence to try and make those plays that other players would probably not want to dare, just in case of giving away a foul. He's got such confidence, millimeters to play with. And now, cut shot out to the right. Okay, let's see what Polito is going to do now. Draw some space for Musia. Musia comes through, that's fine. The umpire says carry on. Now they're trying to stretch the Desert Palm team. Yep, they have, but the ball's chopped out the front. It would have been nice if that had landed to Wolves Carminac, but they all turn back onto it. Polito's there on the near side, but so is Sugar Free and Barto. Barto now, intercepted by Musio. Not a bad, wow. Pops in, and this is what I mean about Alejandro. He's just such a smooth player. He doesn't move in the saddle. He just sits and oh, this could be nice. Ooh's Carminac. Ooh's Carminac. Carminac. Oh, it's in. The flag's up. Wow, the flag is up, and there goes the buzzer, and my microphone's gone on the pitch, but I think we're still here on the live stream. Unbelievable. Let's look at the replay, but what a goal and what a run.
Yeah, what a run that is by Carminac. Coming back quick there was Albani, just centimeters over the line. So that takes us into the fourth chuck, and Talandracas, what an end for chuck they had. 7 goals apiece.
It's amazing, John. I literally can't wait. 7-7. That's exciting. 2 more chuckers to go. We'll see you in a second.
Inspired by the culture of Native Americans, we, as Standing Rock, have embraced a way of life guided by intrinsic values and beliefs. Unbridled, vibrant, iconic, proficient, and honorable. This inspiration is the exhilarating feeling we share with every stride and every swing. In the spirit of the game, we push boundaries and inspire those around us, on and off the field.
Okay, welcome back everybody from around the globe. We are live streaming here from Cowdrey Park for the British Open Gold Cup. And what an exciting 4 chukkers we've had. We're all tied up, John. 7-7 going in to the 5th. Very 2 balanced teams, 2 Titanic teams kicking off what's going to be an epic Gold Cup. And we've got 2 massive teams kicking off match 1.
Yeah, and the Queen's Cup winners, Talandracas, they really got into their groove in that chukka. Talandracas, Yuka Minyak, he plays Mundana. Rochi Torgata hasn't given us a name this time, nor is Polito. Alejandro Murcia, he's out on Veronica. Veronica, really good horse of Murcia. We'll see that one in this chukka. We will see the Desert Palm one coming across the screen as well, so do keep your eye on that one. We're in the action, though, with Barto Castagnola. Castagnola behind him is Zavaleta. In front of him is Laule. Laule running down the ground. Is it now still with Zavaleta?
Zavaleta looks up. Great break. Nice. Straight down the line. Oh, what a stop. What a stop from Talandracas and Murcia and Polito Pierres. No, Murcia, Alejandro Murcia now. He's got Torgatar going up. He's got Polito behind him. Murcia wide open. There's only one man to beat. Now there's nobody. That's great ride off from Torgatar. It's Murcia and a goal for Alejandro Murcia. What a run from Talandracas, taking them up to 8-7. And this is turning now. 2 chukkers are going to turn it on. And very, very exciting.
Yeah, really, really great goal. But I love the work being done by Rochi Torgatai. He knew exactly where Murcia was.
And he had the backup of Polito behind him. Literally, it was 3 pink shirts in a row.
And there's nothing with Zavaleta to do in that situation. Like, he's got to take Rochi, otherwise the pass would come. So really, really clever setup play there by Talandracas.
Polito. Barto waiting, puts him on his hip, tries to ride him off, takes the contact, takes it on the near side, claims possession. Polito chasing. Murcia comes in to take the next man. No, he doesn't. He gets called to go and take Barto. Barto manages to keep hold of it, though, still, John. And he turns, and there's a little bit of stop in play, and it's still Barto.
So Barto Castagnola now come away here for Desert Palm. Castagnola has a look up. Big hello to Charlie Hanbury watching on the live stream as well. He was talking about Love Looks Sugar Free, which is one of his breeds. So many of Castagnola's are. It goes down the ground there by Castagnola. And now the chance of Wadi, but coming back there, closing down the angles of Tariq Abwadi is Torgatar. Oh, lovely flip back, and the danger looked like it may still be there, but it's over back line, and it will be Talandracas with the ball.
And those of you might just be tuning in, 2 chukkers to go in this first match. We've got a match at 3 o'clock, so make sure you tune in then. Queen's Cup, Cartier Queen's Cup winners Talandracas, and 2 organisations from Desert Palm and Dubai this year in this tournament. 18 teams entered, as we are very balanced here. All the players. Barto having a bit of a chat there with Rochi, and not happy with Rochi did, but as they're having a little conversation, Polito's punishing them with a lovely little flick, pass, bounce, bounce. That's a technical term, obviously, John. Flick, pass, bounce, bounce.
Yeah, that's why they pay you the big bucks, Carl.
Absolutely.
So it comes away now, and it's here with Laule. Laule reaches out behind him. He's still got Perez, he's got Torgatar, and he's got Murcia all in there, and eventually it will fall for Torgatar on the near side. Looking now to see if he can find here Murcia. Murcia just taps it round, just giving a little bit of a nudge there was Laule, so he sends it long, and they've let Carmignac go, and we saw the danger which Carmignac can prove. He sends it up close. He's going to have to get there quick. Carmignac with the next shot wide to the right, but Carmignac just getting more and more involved, and I've had to say, Carl, that has coincided with Talandracas finding themselves in the lead.
Absolutely, and every time it's not selfish play from any member of that team. They are trying to use every single player on that team, and he's always in the right place. That was just literally very unfortunate.
Yeah, as for the benefits you see, these players with the 4 players, attacking players, both of these sides, it's a really great way of playing.
Isn't it? Yeah. And same on the other side, you know, with Tariq Al-Bawadi, and everybody is being used, everybody's working so hard. So let's see what happens here. We're 8-7, Talandracas have taken the lead now. Barto looks over his shoulder. He's being called. Zavaleta says, let's have a little cheeky one back here, please, because there's myself and there is Laule. So there is the pass up to Zavaleta. Now this horse has got some speed on it. It's Polito. Will he have the same speed? This is nice. The 2 number 3s. Here is Zavaleta. Oh, or is it gone too far over to the back line? But did you see those two going at it there? Love to see this kind of play. Open polo, big passes.
Yeah, and at the halfway point we were, you're just wondering, particularly with Talandracas, who'd scored all of their goals but bar one through penalties, but now the game is running, the teams are opening up. And Talandracas starting to show that form. It was a bit of a comeback in that final, but they did win in that dying second. They looked out of that one, but they've come back, and in the second half they have been the better team so far. So they now look to come again with Mucio. Mucio picking it up on the grey. Watch again for Carminiak at the front. See if he can stretch it, but you've got to keep your eye on Polito Perez behind him as well. Polito Perez now goes to the right-hand side. Oh, they set it up well, but it deflects off a pony, and Castagnola will pick it up on the near side. Castagnola under pressure from Mucio.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate. That could have been another set play, as you were just about to predict, John, but it just bounced off a pony. Mucio just couldn't quite get there in time, and it fell to Barto. Barto's now got possession, but they've got to be careful here, because there is the deadly shot, and that's exactly what I was about to say. He's going to unleash something at some point, and there it is, and straight through under pressure. He just thrives, this boy, and that has put them back now level 8-8, as we have, what have we got left on the clock?
Just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, under 2 minutes. So, this is, honestly, I keep saying it, I'm so excited, but just what a way to kick off the British Open, and what a way to kick off with these two teams. Really enjoying this. The sun is out. So many people here for at Cowdrey for literally match one on a Tuesday. Really, really, really hotting up. Hopefully we will have... Oh, Mucio, come on now, he says. He knows better than that, probably having a little self-talk to himself. Oh, and that didn't really go very far either.
But it's going to work. Polito Perez, he's got to be careful. He's got Barto behind him. They worked it. Mucio, we talk about that knowledge of where they're going, but they were just beaten this time by Laule. Laule looking to bring it round. He's got Tora Guitar behind him. Just deflects there off a little bit of a bounce, but it's still there with Laule. Gives it now to Zavaleta. Zavaleta, they all leave it behind, and who else but Barto Castagnola. Castagnola takes it once up, yeah, then again. Even has time to have a little bit of a complaint, but he's still going now. Barto Castagnola taking it up to the 60. Is he going to do another next shot here? Castagnola leaves it behind. A rare mistake there, as Mucio able to bring it around.
Okay, in the middle is the shout, like medio, medio, medio. But hit it, hit it, hit it is what Polito says to always Carminiak. Hit it, hit it, hit it. I'm going up. So now this is great talking. All I can hear is the Talandracas members of the team chat, 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 chat as they're talking. But as they've been talking too much and calling to each other, we have got a replay on here. Let's have a look at this. So looks like a hit to green, isn't it?
Yeah, they've given it to green. It was... Couldn't quite see clearly there. I'm not sure whether they're just saying that Tora Guitar was a little bit behind there on the ride-off as a Desert Palm player came onto it.
Really enjoying, though, listening here on the sidelines, and they're calling to each other. Every single member then had a command. It's not stressed. It wasn't a shout. It was just a nice direct call.
And great as well. It was Polito calling for the pass from you Carminiak, which was great.
Bruce, Okay, Barto's gone middle. Barto's gone middle, and there it is. Oh, Mucio, I love the way he just comes in. He's but doing that, he's coming on time.
I don't think the umpires liked the way he came in there.
I don't think they did either.
That one's going to go in favour of Talandracas.
And I was just telling, unfortunate.
Yeah, have a look on the replay. Mucio, he picked up the line. He did superbly. Just get a touch, give himself that line. Tui Kawadi, he claiming the ball went in front of a stirrup, but you're standing there, you're not going to get it.
No.
So spot hit.
8-8 in the fifth. Brilliant game. Got a lot of new teams coming into this tournament, John. It's about 5 or 6 from memory. I'll give you those lowdown or those names later, but ones that didn't play the Queen's Cup, as it were, and it's their first Gold Cup is what I mean, into the high goal of the Gold Cup. So it's just going to be exciting to see some of those. And then some good returners.
Yeah, no, really excited. Valhalla, one of those. They'll be playing on Friday. Excited to see that team take place. But it's here, out here, with Castagnola. Castagnola spins it round. Still now with Castagnola. Watch for a runner in Laule as we hear the first buzzer go. Laule fought better, came in behind, couldn't quite pick it up. Polito Perez. Now, if there's one player who can take it all the way from here, it's Polito Perez. He's got Carminiak out in front of him as well. He's looking for Carminiak. He's got about 15 seconds to go, and it's you, Carminiak, coming away here for his Talandracas side with the next shot, leaves it behind.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But again, he's in the right place. Confidence from Talandracas to utilise him, to get him out running, to stretch the team back to Desert Palm. Can't be long now. We're literally looking at 1 second, and there we go. That is the buzzer. There is one more chugger to go. It's 8-8, tied up in the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. Standing rock providing this with us, and we will see you very shortly for the next chukker. It's all to play for. Well, we're back. Welcome to Cowdrey Polo TV, to Polo Line TV here on Lawns 1 for the last chukker of the first match here at the British Open Polo Championships for the Cowdrey Gold Cup. Let's have a look at these horses. Talandracas, Esperada for Uz Carmenac, Rochi Torregatar. Haven't got anything for him. We haven't got anything for Polito. Palada for Alejandro Musio. This is a League B match, for those of you that follow the draw. A League B match where there's 5 teams in League B and they play amongst themselves. So let's have a quick look at the horses for Desert Palm. Barbie, back out for Tariq Abawadi. Rufino Laule, nothing for him at the moment on the list that we've got. Barto and Matthias not giving us any there. There might be a couple of changes throughout this 6 chukker to bring on the big guns, for sure, as it's very tight, and both of these teams will want to make a little statement with this opening match. So League B, it's for the Carlos Cressida Memorial Trophy, and 5 in League A, 5 in League B. They play within each other, and then if you've made Group C or Group D, there's 4 each in the groups, and they play across groups. 4 qualifying matches each, heading then into quarters, semis, and that big final in the middle of July. It's a lot of polo with 18 teams to be played, and such a good statement for High Gold Polo. 19 coming off the back of the Queen's Cup. A couple of, there's about 5 or 6 newcomers coming to the Gold Cup this year. We talked about White Crane, Fern Park, Sujan Indian Tigers, Valhalla, Bangash. Welcome them all into the Gold Cup for this year. And we are underway, John. It's 8-8, 7.5 minutes on the clock. Very exciting. Here we go.
8 all. Desert Palm, they look to get going quickly. They're sending the ball straight down for Laule, who's got away from Musia, but just a little bit too much on the pass, as we're saying there, in between the chukkers. You'd expect to see a few changes on the horses. I wonder if we will see Lovelock's Sugar Free. That grey has made a real impression. As I mentioned about Lovelock's breeding of Charlie Hanbury. Barto Castagnola comes back year after year on some of his horses. We've seen him with the likes of Drogba in the past, Lovelock Sex, and Lovelock Sugar Free. That looks like it could be the latest on the Barto Castagnola.
I mean, you just need to look at the list of the Argentine Open now and see how many Lovelock's horses are being played, and in the high goal here, it is unbelievable. I mean, Charlie Hanbury and his operation has just gone from strength to strength, and they're amazing horses. No,
it's great to see and great to have them watching today as well. But back here on the field, that's where the action is for now, and it's Polito Perez looking there to take on. A great play by Zavaleta. Zavaleta's taken it away from the 10-goaler. Polito Perez, Zavaleta being pushed back. He knew exactly where Barto Castagnola was going to be. Castagnola spins it round, has a look down the ground here for Desert Palm. Barto Castagnola. Look at that by Bartek Castagnola. What a score. Yeah, he just had a look. He fancied putting himself back in front, and Bartek Castagnola making an early statement here in this final chuck. Of that next shot, watch for it in the highlights. I'm sure that will be on the Polo Line socials, the Calgary socials afterwards. What a score, Bartek Castagnola.
What a score. What confidence and pinpoint accuracy as well. He was far out. A lot of traffic in the way. 9-8. They take the lead back from that draw going in. Okay, here we go. They win the line out. But now, going the opposite way for Desert Palm. Dubai, Desert Palm, two organisations in putting two teams in the British Open Gold Cup this year. 5 times winners of the Gold Cup, the Dubai team. That's a launch from Barto, and that's going to pop into the... Oh, what a catch.
It was a great catch.
With a left hand, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear the crowd clapping. The boot is open. Well, I want to know who it is. He literally stuck his right hand up and just caught that before it went in through a side window of a car. Somebody on the sidelines watching. That man needs a bottle of champagne.
I think you should have sent him out to the 2020. He could have done with him as it goes left there by Perez for Musia. Musia beaten to it by Zavaleta. Zavaleta bringing it back round. Matias Torres Zavaleta. He's got better and better as this game has gone on, but he can't get around Musia this time. Musia spinning it back round. Zavaleta not letting him out of his sights, just able to spin it back round, but Torgatar, he's there once more. And as we see so often, if Musia's not there, Polito's not there, Torgatar, he normally is.
Yeah, absolutely. And this man's always here, keeping the back door shut. I love the way Barto can be in defence, in attack, in defence, in attack. So, right, now they're calling for it. He knows he's got Laule. Oh! Thought that was going to go all the way, but intercepted. Musia. They cancel each other out. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Skarmanak coming down the line, but I think there might have been something just before that, John. I see the umpires, whether they saw something before that or whether they're going to blow.
I think it's going
to.
Yeah, I think there was a coming together there. Nothing too wrong with it, but you watch there.
Yeah, straight across. Green player right in front of us, Skarmanak, and we will have a penalty.
Yep, just from a spot in favour of Musia. It was a full-blooded crash that they had off the play there, but in the end it was Carmignac picking it up. The umpires happy for that to continue. So coming again here will be Polito Perez. Thank you, of course, to all of those who are joining us around the world and beginning to wake up over in the US. No excuse to miss the next game. That one's at 3 o'clock British summertime. It takes you 7 in the morning over in California, so I'm sure they'll be awake in the West Coast. We'll let you off if you're in Hawaii. But otherwise, we expect to see you there, and do let us know, as I say.
Yeah, get in contact. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out. We're in the last chukker here. Very exciting opening match at Calgary. Polito Perez takes the big hit, launch up to try and find Musia. He looks up, the sun's in his eyes, but it falls straight in front of him. Great play from Polito to put it in. Barto comes in. There's another player on the other side of him, so they're looking like 2 greens against... Oh, if this is a penalty, John, for Talandracas, this could change the swing of that pendulum once more. Let's look at the replay.
I don't know. Might go against Talandracas, I think, this one.
So Barto had the line?
We'll wait and see that.
It felt to me that there was too many players coming in on the pink Musial, but like you say. 9-8.
So we're having another look.
Important for this to go.
So we have another look at replay here. Sorry, Carl. Just as Musia spun back round, Barto was coming down. He got hit slightly behind the saddle, so it has gone in favour of the green.
The greens, yeah. Good angle. That's a nice angle that they got from there. I can see Lolo pacing. He's pacing. Lola's pacing down there.
You wouldn't want to lose, go back and return having lost, would you?
No, and it's the first opening game, but it's they've got to win, haven't they? And Lolo behind them, Father Castagnola, for those of you who are not sure I'm referring to. It's been part of the Dubai and Desert Palm teams and organisation for many, many years, and now their son's playing. I mean, how nice is that? Generation after generation, and that's what polo's so unique. And look at this player, he's so unique. He's gone past 1, he's gone past 2, he's gone past 3. Barto Castagnola pops it through. Tap, 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 as confident as you like, as Father paces less maybe, or actually gets quicker with a celebration. But look at this, John.
The speed in which he, Rocci reached out, he tried to do all he could, but Barto Castagnola, He's taking control out here at the moment, Barto Castagnola. 9 goals here in the UK. He decided not to put him up to 10 even after winning the MVP in that final last year and taking it home for British Open. We'll see whether this could, well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's last year off 9 for a while, but it's back here. Yeah, you'd think. But it's here now with Torre-Guitar. Can Torre-Guitar know? They need a goal here. They've still got time. If Rochi Torre-Guitar is just left behind, Polito Perez, though, he will get there. He's got Musio behind him. Musio now taking on Laule, but this young player, Laule, superb play.
What a great game he's had. I've really enjoyed watching him. Last year to this year, the difference has been phenomenal. And he has been really pivotal in how Desert Palm have won their plays.
Yeah, and he's strong as well now, isn't he? He's a strong physical player. Yeah, exactly. So here now with Zavaleta. Zavaleta taking on Musio. Musio unable to get him away. Barto Castagnola playing that sweeper role again. It's Barto spun around. All the two captains come together. Polito nearly nicked it. He had to go for it, and he came away with not enough, but good play by Torre-Guitar. Now they go, and it's Polito with the chance.
That was great play by Torre-Guitar. Polito now with the chance. He's got to ask this horse to open up. Still possession. Now this next play is really key. Does he keep it? Does he launch it to try and open up? Because he was being hard pressed by Zavaleta. That's a nice try from Talandracas. Bit of traffic in the way. It's still in play. Here comes Polito. Polito! Oh, wow.
What a score.
What a score. I did not see Polito coming out of there. I was so focused on the other players, but Polito just found a gap and that pass came over. Let's look at this again, ladies and gents. What? Look at this, straight across. Yes.
Yeah, it was Torre-Guitar with a neck shot. Polito Perez out. You said you didn't see him. Desert Palm certainly didn't see him. And so one goal between it, 1 minute left. Talandracas, can they do it again? It was the last second goal that won in the Queen's Cup. Are they going to repeat the trick? And we could see overtime in this opening contest. Rochi Torre-Guitar, wouldn't you love that?
If we had overtime in the first game.
Yeah, and they're gone. Oh, Rochi Torre-Guitar is going to go again. Just once, twice. It's here still. Rochi. Oh, he's got Comignac in front, but it's going to break down. Oh, what a chance.
Oh, they just needed to keep possession. They won the line out. That's what they needed. They needed one more to get it to 10. Now, with what, 1 minute left, they might have made it very hard for themselves now to get this. If they can just keep hold of it, pop one in, then they could run in then to extra time, like you say. But they've got it. They've got it. Polito's got it.
Give away a foul here.
And this is how they do it. And there it is. Still, here it comes, under the belly.
Oh my God, what a goal!
There it's through. I'm looking at the umpires. There's Desert Palm have got their hands in the air, but the umpires, both hands went up. Oh, he did it. He's done it again. He's come through. And look at this belly shot from Moot. Look at that.
That's Comignac. It's Comignac with the score. What a moment by Hugh Comignac, his second goal.
Millionaire shot.
But I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, known as a millionaire shot. Desert Palm not happy. We'll have to keep an eye on that on replay after the game. There was sticks in the air appealing 10 apiece. The buzzer's gone as well, so we are going to have a next goal win situation. Are we going to get it in this 6th, or are we going to go into a 7th? It's Barto Castagnola. Ah, so good. So good. Oh, collision of a ball.
Polito's down. He's all right. He's hurt his hand. Let's just have a quick look. He got caught by Tarek.
Yeah, it was Abouadi.
Abouadi wasn't in obviously very, very bad timing and being in the wrong place at the wrong time, but looks like we'll have a look on the replay.
Yeah, it was off the ball.
Yeah.
And both players looking to spin round. I think Tariq just got caught.
Yeah, he just got caught. I think the horse just caught. It looks like his hand.
He's
holding his hand, isn't he?
Holding his hand, holding his wrist. You hope it's not his wrist.
At 10-10 going in. Oh, the drama here unfolding on Lawns 1. For those of you around the world, if you haven't tuned in or you're just tuning in, you have missed an amazing 5 chuckers. Let's look at this. Is this the replay?
Yeah, it was just off.
We'll have a look at it in a minute and come back to you, ladies and gents. But just want to make sure Polito Perez is okay. Just takes a little time out. It's 10-10. There's not long left at all. A little breather and a little reset.
Maybe holding his abdomen. Let's have a look. We will get another replay here. So have a look. It's behind the ball here. So the ball there with Bartos. Yeah, Tariq. I think it's into his ribs.
Wow, holding up here. So 10-10. Literally, it was next goal wins. This happens. They're leaving us on the edge of the seat.
They are, but it's giving now the grooms you see running behind the goal line. So now I've got a chance to go say, right, I need this horse now.
Yeah.
Need that one. Just looking at
this change in momentum is unbelievable. Sometimes it can work in favour for the teams, and sometimes
it can go against, because you're losing that dynamic and that pendulum swing. Suddenly everything stops and you've got to keep that dynamic going. The horses, suddenly there's moments now where actually the game should be over, but everything's got to reset. And a lot of teams find it hard to come back from that. Sometimes it's beneficial because you go and bring other horses in, you have a bit of a reset moment.
It's interesting as well, the pause before the actual end of a chukker as well. To go, you see those 2 goals by Talandracas, and they have a momentum. You think they're the ones now who will fancy themselves. Now there's a break. You've got Lolo Castagnola in the tent. He'll be going to his team, just getting them into focus, who was so close to winning. They've been on top, and that could do them a real favour here, just having that little bit of time to breathe and to go again.
I wonder what is being said down there. I'm just watching the Desert Palm end, and Lolo is pacing around with his stick like he does. There he is, and he's just giving a few words of advice.
You've got to come just off the camera as well. You've actually got the spare holders calling to their players to tell them on the side, telling their professionals which horse to jump onto. So if we're looking for them, I would say we may well see the grey Lovelock Sugar Free coming back out again. I was just looking down to my left. That could well be coming back out. Polito Perez, it does look like he is okay. He's holding an ice pack on the wrist, so it was on the wrist.
Hand, it looked like he held his hand as so off the ball. Obviously unintentional. One of those points where a horse's head collides, goes right into the area. He's a tough one though, Polito, isn't he? But he's wily. He's wily, but he's strong.
He is.
He's not very happy, is he?
No.
I don't think I would be if, 10-10 going in. I mean, obviously Tarek didn't realise he was there. One of those things. So,
they're both one team is thinking about defence, the other team is thinking about attack, and they're going
looking in different directions.
Exactly.
It is the nature, but that's why we have such strict rules with the umpires. That's why we have such strict rules with how we treat each play, and hopefully Polito can come back from that. And it's a great view from here. He's got a round of applause from the grandstand. For those of you on the live stream, just applauding him getting back on and wishing him well. He's just having a quick chat with. Let's have another look at this. Here it is.
Well, the other thing apart from this is now when you think of what we're going to get back underway with, Barto Castagnola clearly in possession of a ball. So if they don't think it's foul play, which I personally didn't see, but it's for the umpires to decide.
Sure.
There's still time in this chukker. They're in that final 30 seconds of the final chukker, so we will play towards that second bell. And Barto Castagnola is going to have the ball just inside the half that he's attacking. Now, Carl, what do you do here? Do you say, I haven't got a lot of time, so I'm just going to put it up there, and then even if we don't quite get it through, we start overtime right in front of the goal? That's got to be the tactic, no? You don't sound like you're going to agree with me.
I don't
think about it before you disagree with me.
Why? Because you're right. No, I think Barto would. I think he's going to control it and want to take it. I think. Let's see how long we've got left on the clock. 10 seconds. So they've got to do it in 10 seconds. Okay.
And that may all be completely irrelevant if they decide it's a penalty.
Well,
but it's an interesting scenario what you do
mentally as well, and I think this is where the game's going now with the high goal, and so much about the mental preparation, isn't it? And these boys been playing all their lives, had such good mentors and uncles and cousins and people that they played with. Mentally, confidence is high.
So they are having a discussion, trying to explain. Polito, you'd imagine, thinks he was fouled.
Yeah, of course.
Guessing by his reaction.
Yeah.
Tariq Al-Bawadi, he's currently off the pitch getting a little bit of treatment. Now they're moving the ball up. I wonder if they're giving this against...
They're giving it to Talandracas. Hang on, which way?
So they've given it against Talandracas, so it's going to be a penalty here. So they may be saying actually the dangerous riding came from Polito Perez.
Yeah. They're giving it to Desert Palm. Wow. There you go. This might change everything. Umpires. That's a big call from the umpires. And third man.
So we are going to have another look at the replay, see if we can spot
Well, Polito did look like
Polito,
in
I would.
front of Tarek there.
It could be a technical.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of foul on the players, so I may have said what Polito said. But anyway, it's going to be a 60. So now I'm going to go back to my original prediction if they're going to hit it first time.
You can't change. You can't change your. Well,
I'm not changing.
I said he would keep it and do it himself. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to keep it, do it himself from a 60-yard penalty. Big call from the umpires, and this is a massive pivot point in the game. So he's been pretty consistent. Well, there haven't been many penalties for Desert Palm, really.
Is Tariq still? No, Tariq's now going back. And so Tariq, it looked like he was just making sure he was okay to continue as well. I mean, it was a collision. We saw Polito getting the treatment to wrist. I think Tariq was asking for something to his forearm.
Well, this might be it then. Barto converts this. They take the first win. So it's all on this penalty. No pressure, Barto. Not many penalties for Desert Palm this game. More for Talandracas. They were taking lots of penalties, but more field goals, really, for Desert Palm. So this one is defended. As you can see, players in the goal mouth, just out in front, players everywhere. Here we go. 10-10. There's about 10 seconds left. First game, League B, falls to this. Oh, wow. Did you hear the noise of that stick?
That was
a bit of a shank. I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. I was not We're going to overtime.
We're going to overtime. Bardo Castagnola.
I was not expecting.
Yeah, that's what you call taking too much grass on the golf course.
Wow.
But wide.
Did you actually heard some of the turf move, or was it his stick? That was, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are, wow, here we are, 10-10. Unbelievable. I can't believe what we've just seen, John. It's Chucker 6, Desert Palm 10, Talandracas 10. We're going to extra time, baby.
So here we are, Barto Castagnola. Very unlike him, but he's been hitting the ball so well all day, and then just as it counted, it just goes wide left. Score progression, 3-all tied at the end of the first, and then it was Desert Palm out in front up until the halfway point, and then we've been 7-7, 8-8, 10-10. Carl, what a game, and Barto Castagnola with that 60. Still not quite sure what decision was on the field, but the decision was a 60, and couldn't quite find it.
No, and I think this game suddenly, with the pendulum being quite even, it's swung, hasn't it, both ways quite consistently, and they've been quite level. Then suddenly you get a stop and play from that injury timeout. So then you've got to reset. You then have a penalty. You win the game on the penalty, but you don't make the penalty. You then have now another reset because we're going to extra time. The teams from on that sort of roller coaster, that train, if you like, and then suddenly stop, start, stop, start. It basically made it wide open again, and it kind of takes so many more things into consideration to what's going to happen now. It leaves it really, really sort of open for both sides, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's going to be really interesting. We've spoken already about the support team and the Desert Palm tent, the Dubai tent. Also, Talandracas, they've got Flacco Gastambide down there as well. So there's a lot of experience now. These players seem to get younger and younger every year watching them play. So to have those experienced heads on the sideline, just to remind them, you'll have Flacco Gastambide, formerly 8 goals himself. He played at a very top level. He'll be, highlighting that goal that Rocci scored earlier on, the plays that Polito and Musi have done within each other. Hugo Comignac, he's got to say, you nearly won the game. You hit that millionaire shot. You guys
and
can
he had
have
another
this.
go as well.
Yeah.
He just put it wide, didn't he? So he's been playing brilliantly.
Yeah, so you're just reminding them that they exactly give that positivity and allow them to come back on field feeling positive. It will be Talandracas with the ball to get us underway, so they might be thinking a little bit, how can they use Torgatar Musio to give Polito Perez just an inch? That's all he needs. He just needs to see a gap. And then what's so exciting about that Talandracas team, it's always open who they're going to hit it to once that gap forms. Like you watch a lot of teams. Yeah, you watch a lot of teams and it's going to go from this player to that player, from the set play, and the other players are simply trying to work to give him space. But with this Talandracas team, truly you have no idea what they're going to do, and it's so difficult to defend. So that's what they're going to be thinking. And in Desert Palm, they want to get that possession back quickly, defending from the front, as you see in football. You'd say exactly the same. Put that pressure on and then give Barto the ball and see what he can do.
Give Polito the ball, give Barto the ball. Well, I think either way, both teams have come out in a very strong. It's not like let's have a warm-up of game 1 of the Gold Cup. They've come out all guns blazing. This afternoon, if that's any sort of indication, is going to be even more exciting. We've got La Dolfina Great Oaks against La Dolfina Mura Sanctus. Mura Sanctus team, Corinne Ricard, they won the Queen's Cup last year with Polito. They've changed a little bit the La Dolfina team from the Queen's Cup, so Charlie Hambury and Mia Cambias. I mean, how nice was that? We had Mia playing with her father, and then you had Perotto, and so a little bit of a change up with the Mura Sanctus team, which is going to be Corinne Ricard, Marcos Araja, coming in with Alfredo Bigatti from the Queen's Cup team.
And it was Marcus, of course, who played with them last year. But he was part of this side with Polito, and Musio. So great to see Marcus Araj going back as well. It's going to be such a great game,
isn't it? Against then Sun, and what a strong team that were the finalists in the Queen's Cup that nearly won the Queen's Cup.
But we've got to think about this one first. We've got overtime. We've got plenty. We've got about an hour and a quarter to that game, so make sure you're back. But who's going to win? Of course.
Okay, I'm going to do something here. Do we think that they are going to score whoever within the first minute, or do you think it's going to go on till like 4 or 5 minutes? Stats say that it's either scored in the first minute or the last few minutes.
I think it's going to be first, and I think it's going to be Talandracas. That's and it's Polito Perez, and it's Musio who's got the space. Comignac did the blocking. It's Musio looking to pick it up. Now watch for Perez. Perez, he's just going to float for a little bit. Now he comes in behind. He didn't see the gap. He had Barto Castellano in front of him, so he just swoops back in behind and now looks to give himself that space. Polito Perez now, and the two captains come together. Polito Perez, he's gone. Has he got the speed to get around Castagnola? Polito Perez, is this going to be the winner in the first game? He's left it behind, but he's got Musio, as he so often does. It's Alejandro Musio now for Talandracas with the backhand. He hits it backwards, looking for Torgatar, and the whistle has gone.
Penalty.
They're going to have a penalty, I think. Yeah, we're going to see on the instant replay.
Have the penalty. Oh, wow.
Have a look here. So, Polito Perez, Musio was there. The backhand, unbelievable play. And yeah, Rocci Torgatar, he picked up the line. It was Zavaleta coming across. How about that backhand?
Oh, that backhand was unbelievable. But the fact that they were there, Rocci was there on that line, straight through. Zavaleta didn't see that. Oh, this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it. We're back in a Barto scenario where he was down there. Now, these 9 and 10 goalers, they hit penalties every day. They're out there practicing. But in the game scenario, and that swing, that millimetre can change everything. Let's see if Polito can bring a win home for his first opening match for Talandracas. He has. It's in. That is it. That's done. He's taken it. Ladies and gentlemen, around the globe. What an opening match, John. Look at that. Lots of cheers down the Talandracas. It swung both ways, and they both had chances. You can't say neither team had the right chances, because Talandracas had loads of chances. Barto missed that penalty. Final score. 11 to Talandracas, 10 to Desert Palm. John, what a great match.
Yeah, great match, great performance. Flaco Gastambide, we mentioned there, he's taking the hugs here, claim he set that play up. You said it was going to be opening minute. It was opening minute. And yeah, they take a lot of credit for that. Both these sides, though, that's certainly not going to be the last we see of Desert Palm. This is an opening game of a long campaign.
Yeah, sure.
There's going to be space. There's room to have a hiccup here or there.
Sets the bar though, doesn't it?
It does set the bar. And what a game. Look at that score progression. They were so close all the way through.
Tied 4th and 5th.
Tied 4th and 5th. And it was Talandracas. They weren't ahead at the end of any chukker, apart from that all-important one.
Yeah, really thoroughly enjoyed that, John. Great being back with you, commentating here for the Gold Cup for the British Open. 18 teams in. And 4 qualifying matches each, all these teams will do. And we move later on to the 3 o'clock match.
Polito Perez as well. Sorry, just to interrupt you there. It's great to see the father, Paul Perez, of Polito Perez here to watch. He'll be so proud to see his son scoring the winning goal there.
A lot of cheers coming from the Talandracas camp. A very, very happy Talandracas team, as you can see. Polito, I wonder how his wrist is, or his arm. Little hug to Flaco. Good, ladies and gentlemen, it is for the Carlos Cressida Memorial Trophy. Talandracas take the first win, 11-10 in overtime. Next up, La Dolfina Great Oaks. This is League A next versus La Dolfina Mura Sanctus. The 2 Titan La Dolfina organisations coming head-to-head with a Great Oaks and a Mura Sanctus makeup. And that is at 3 o'clock. We're going to have a quick look at some of these best goals. And John, some of them were my favourite. Cheeky little one from Barto at the beginning. Opened up the scoring and said, here we go.
Yeah, and then Polito Perez, this was right early on again, and we said how great a sight that is, Polito Perez running through the ground. Didn't see a lot of it in the first half. We saw more and more of it as the game went on. A similar kind of script almost to that Queen's Cup final, but back here, see the strength there it was by Barto Castagnola, able to get there on the near side and send it through. Looking forward to seeing that millionaire shot as you crowned it as well by you, Carmignac, hopefully in this highlight. Barto Castagnola.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
has to make the highlight, surely, John. Got to make the highlight. I think it might be the next one. That was 4-6, you can see. This was a nice one, Barto. Had a lot of pressure. Still brought it all the way in, and then just a little chip shot in. Nice and comfortable.
Yeah, Barto. This was Roshito Guitar. This was that goal on Nick. So I'm glad this one came. Roshito Guitar, what a game he had. He does so much work off 5 goals for his side, both in attack and defence. But they trust him as well, which is so great. And this was Musio. He used Guitar there as a block on Zavaleta. Nothing Zavaleta could do. Musio ran through.
For me, I thought that was the changing point of where Talandracas just seemed to keep it a little bit more consistent after that goal, actually. I just felt like they just had a little bit more strength, and the possession went a lot more with them, I thought, after that goal.
Yeah, and the Desert Palm goals, they almost came a bit more kind of moments like this, right? The sort of magic neck shot needed by Castagnola, hitting it from about 120 yards out, whereas for Talandracas, you saw a lot of what they were doing, a lot of ways in which they were setting things up.
And this horse went past literally 2 or 3.
Yeah, very impressive.
Brilliant speed of horse.
Yeah. No, I really look forward to seeing the quality of horses. We've spoken about it a few times coming here this year. This was the next shot. So this made it a 1-goal game with a minute to go. The next shot played, that was for Polito Perez. And then I wonder if we are going to get that levelling goal. We are. So it's actually really interesting. They claimed there was a foul here by Carmignac in front of Castagnola. The umpire said no, that millionaire shot just to finish it off. That tied us up. That took us into overtime. And what a game it was. We have a look now at the match stats. Field goals, just for 1 field goal from Talandracas in the first half, then 6 in the second half. 9 field goals by Desert Palm, all but 1. And that penalty stat, 4 out of 4 for Talandracas, 1 out of 2. And we know when that second one was for Barto.
And I said at the beginning, if you don't convert your penalties, you don't win polo matches. And that is really ultimately what it's come to. It's punishing because both deserve to win. But if you don't get your penalties, you don't win the match.
It's as simple as that. And we will end. There's Edouard Carmignac as well. We'll be seeing him in action. Him and his son Hugo, we saw today, they split between games. It was Hugo played the final of the Queen's Cup, then the opening here of the Gold Cup as well. But from all of us here at the opening game, So great to have you all with us. Please do join us 3 o'clock British Summer Time for the second game of the day. But from us, Carl, a big thank you, and we'll see you later on.
Yeah, bye for now.